Horizon English Course, Revised Edition, Book 2.
さあ、これから教科書ニューホライズン2年の英語を聞きましょう。このテープには教科書の本文の模範読みが録音されています。本文に入る前に、まず教科書のニューワーズ、新しく出てくる単語やターゲットセンテンシズ、基本文も読まれています。よく言われることですが、英語の勉強は習うより慣れよです。テープを何回か繰り返して聞いて、少しずつ英語の音声になれるようにしましょう。
Let's sing Do-Re-Mi.
Do, a deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do, a deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Far, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do.
Lesson 1. My name is Mike Smith.
マイクたちスミス家の人々は日本からアメリカに帰っていきました。そこでマイクが改めて自己紹介をします。またマイクは家族や友達も紹介しています。マイクの好きな学科は何ですか？またマイクの兄弟は誰々ですか？マイクの一番仲良しは誰々ですか？さあ、それでは新しい単語から始めましょう。
Part 1. New words.
Live, grade, subject, subjects, history, mathematics, science, French.
Listen.
My name is Mike Smith. I live in San Francisco. I'm 13 years old. I'm a junior high school student. I'm in the 8th grade. I go to school from Monday to Friday. I'm taking 7 subjects this year. I like history, mathematics, and science. I don't like French very much.
Part 2. New words.
Van, college, young, younger, elementary school, love, loves, older, taller.
Target sentence. Listen and repeat.
Mike is older than Nancy.
Listen.
Here's a picture of my family. This is my brother Fred. He's older than I. He's 20 years old. He's studying history in college. This is Jane. She's older than I, too. She's 17. She's a high school student. She's taller than I. Nancy is my younger sister. She goes to elementary school. She loves music.
Part 3. New words.
Team, swimming, member, club, she's, whose, he's, a little, youngest, tallest.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
Nancy is younger than Mike. Nancy is the youngest of the four.
Listen.
How old is Nancy, Mike?
She's 11. She's the youngest in my family.
Who's taller, Jane or your mother?
Jane is a little taller than my mother. She's on the basketball team of her school.
Is your father taller than Fred?
Yes, he is. My father is the tallest of us all. He likes swimming. He's a member of a swimming club.
Part 4. New words.
As, best, Paul, Kathy, LeMay, LeMays, better, we're, I'm.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
I'm taller than Nancy. I'm as tall as Mike.
Listen.
Do you have many friends, Mike?
Yes, I do. My best friends are Paul and Kathy. We're in Miss LeMay's French class.
What do you usually do after school?
We play basketball.
Are you a better player than Paul?
No, I'm not.
Who's the best player?
Paul is. He's the tallest of us. He's as tall as my brother Fred.
Lesson 2. Mike was in Japan last year.
レッスン2では、マイクが友達のポールに去年住んでいた日本での思い出を話しています。日本人の友達、ケンやクミと仲良しだったこと、東京に住んでいて日本語が少し話せることなど、マイクは得意そうです。過去のことについて、何々であった、何々したという言い方が新しく出てきます。 それでは始めましょう。
Part 1. New words.
Was. Last. Yesterday. Were. Parent. Parents. Place. Places. Kind. Often. Write to.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
Today is Saturday. Yesterday was Friday. They are in the 8th grade this year. They were in the 7th grade last year.
Listen.
I was in Japan last year. My parents and my sisters were there too. But my brother Fred wasn't with us. He was here in San Francisco at that time. In Japan, there are a lot of beautiful places, and the people are very kind. I have a lot of Japanese friends there. My best friends are Ken and Kumi. They often write to me.
Part 2. New words.
Capital. City. Long. Trip. Foreign. Country. Homesick. Wasn't. It's.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
Yesterday was Friday. Was yesterday Friday?
Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. Listen.
Where were you in Japan, Mike?
I was in Tokyo. It's the capital city.
How long were you there?
I was there for a year.
Was it your first trip to a foreign country?
Yes, it was.
Were you homesick?
No, I wasn't. My Japanese friends were very nice to me.
Part 3. New words.
Speak. Learn. Learned. Song. Songs. Still. House. Visit. Visited. Each. Other. Each other. Played. Liked. Studied. Lived. Talked.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
I play tennis every day. I played tennis yesterday.
Listen.
Jane and I were in the same school in Tokyo. We liked our school. We studied Japanese at school. We can speak some Japanese. We learn Japanese songs, too. They're beautiful. I can still sing some of them. Ken and Kumi can speak English very well. They study it at school. They live near my house. We often visited each other. We usually talked in English.
Part 4. New words.
Did. Something. Mean. Means. Didn't. Men. Man. Women. Woman.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
You played tennis yesterday. Did you play tennis yesterday?
Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Listen.
Did you study Japanese at school?
Yes, I did.
Was it difficult for you?
No, it was easy for me.
Say something in Japanese.
All right. 僕は日本にいました. That means I was in Japan.
Did you learn judo?
No, I didn't, but my father did.
Do many Japanese learn judo?
Yes, many men do, and some women do too.
Lesson 3. French isn't easy for Mike.
マイクとキャシーの2人が楽しそうに話しています。話題はフランス語です。キャシーはフランス語が得意ですが、マイクは得意ではありません。でもマイクはフランス語を上手に話したいと思っているんですよ。だって夢の中では空飛ぶ円盤に乗ってフランス語を話したんですから。それでは始めましょう。
Part 1. New words.
Went. Late. Got. Homework. Came. Over. Then. Game. Come over. All afternoon. On television.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
I go to the library every Friday. I went to the library last Friday.
Listen.
You were late this morning, Mike.
I got up at 6 and did my French homework.
What did you do yesterday?
Well, my cousin came over and we played tennis all afternoon. Then we watched a football game on television. He went home after dinner. I was very sleepy and didn't do my homework.
Part 2. New words.
Moon. Night. Rocket. Flying saucer. Flew. Fly. Spoke. Really. Dream. Dreams. Faster. Fastest.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
Fred can swim fast. He can swim faster than Jane and Mike. He can swim the fastest of the three.
Listen.
I went to the moon last night.
How did you go there? In a rocket?
No, in a flying saucer. It flew faster than a rocket. There were 3 flying saucers, and mine flew the fastest. We spoke French in the flying saucer.
Really? But you didn't do very well in French class this morning.
I can speak French only in my dreams.
Part 3. New words.
Ask. Asked. Said. Between. Think. So. Meet. Tomorrow.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
Mike went to the library. He studied English there. Mike went to the library to study English.
Listen.
I went to Miss LeMay's room after lunch. I asked her, "How can I speak French better?"
What did she say?
She said, "Come to my room every day between 3 and 4 and speak French with me."
She's very kind.
Yes, I think so too. Kathy, you speak French the best in our class. Please come to Miss LeMay's room to help me.
All right. Let's meet there tomorrow.
Lesson 4. A camping trip.
マイクたちはこの前の週末にキャンプに行きました。友達のポールを誘ったら、ポールはフライデーという名前の犬を連れてきました。森の中にいい場所を見つけてテントを張りました。あくる日、昼食を食べ終わり、ポールがフライデーを連れて散歩に出かけ、とんだ目に遭うという話です。さあ始めましょう。
Part 1. New words.
Camping. Weekend. Early. Made. Knock. Knocked. Door. Sleep. Sleeping. Ready. Go on a camping trip.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
I'm studying now. I was studying at that time.
Listen.
Last weekend, Mike went on a camping trip with Fred and Paul. It was Mike's first camping trip. Mike got up early on Saturday morning and made breakfast. Then he went up to Fred's room and knocked on the door. Fred was still sleeping. "Get up, Fred. It's 6:30, said Mike. "I'm sleepy," said Fred. "Breakfast is ready," said Mike. "All right, Mike," said Fred, and got up.
Part 2. New words.
Had. Drive. Find. Camp. Through. Wood. Woods. Found. Put. Tent. Put up.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
Mike went to Fred's room. He was sleeping. When Mike went to Fred's room, he was sleeping.
Listen.
Mike and Fred went to Paul's house first. Then they started for their camping place. Paul's dog Friday was with them. They had a long drive. When they got there, Fred said, "We're here. Let's go and find a place for our camp." They walked through the woods and found a good place. "Let's put up our tent here," said Mike.
Part 3. New words.
Why? Paper. Need. Fire. Cook. Cooked. Saw. Poor. Skunk. Start a fire. Here you are.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
Why did you go to the park?
To play tennis. Listen.
"Mike, do you have some paper?" said Paul. "Why do you need paper?" asked Mike. "To start a fire," said Paul. "Here you are," said Mike. They cooked a good lunch. In the afternoon, Paul went for a walk with Friday. They saw an animal in the woods. Friday went near it. Poor Friday. It was a skunk.
Lesson 5. The Big Dipper.
レッスン5は昔々のこと、森のそばに住んでいた一人の少女の物語です。喉の渇いた病気の母のために少女は遠い森の泉まで水を汲みに行きました。やっと水を汲んで帰ろうとした時、少女の前に犬や老人が現れて水を欲しいと言いました。せっかく母のために汲んだ水なのに、少女は惜しげなく犬や老人に水を与えました。するとどうなったでしょう。さあ、聞いてみましょう。
Part 1. New words.
Dipper. Ago. Sick. Hot. Thirsty. Water. Out. Go to sleep.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
I want an apple. I want to eat an apple.
Listen.
Long, long ago, a little girl lived with her mother near the woods. One summer night, the girl's mother was sick. It was a very hot night. "I can't go to sleep," she said. "I'm very thirsty. I want to drink some water." "All right, mother," said the girl. She went out to the well, but there was no water in it.
Part 2. New words.
Far. Child. Hand. Into. could, fill, filled, began, begin, theirs, that far, at first, at last.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
I play the piano every day. I'm going to play the piano tomorrow. Are you going to play the piano tomorrow?
Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Listen.
There's no water in the well, Mother, said the little girl. So I'm going to go to the spring in the woods. Are you going to go that far, my dear child? Said her mother. Yes, Mother, said the girl. With an old dipper in her hand, she went into the woods. It was very dark, and at first she couldn't find the spring. But at last she found it, and filled the dipper with water. Then she began to walk home.
Part 3. New words.
Cry, crying, drank, away, again, shine, shining, next, go away, ask for,
Listen.
The girl walked for some time and saw a little dog. It was crying. "Don't cry, little dog," she said. "Have a drink." The dog drank some water and went away. When she began to walk again, it wasn't as dark as before. Her old dipper was shining like the moon. Next, she saw an old man. He asked for a drink of water. "This water is for my sick mother," she said. "But please, have a drink." He drank, thanked her, and walked away.
Part 4. New words.
soon, around, diamond, diamonds, quickly, sky, turn, turned, bright, star, stars, look around, out of, turn into.
Listen.
Now her dipper was shining like the sun, and soon she got home. The girl's mother drank and drank. "Thank you," she said. "I'm much better. Now I can go to sleep." Then there was no dipper in the girl's hand. When they looked around, they saw 7 diamonds on the floor. The diamonds flew quickly out of the window, up, up, up into the sky. There they turned into 7 bright stars. We can still see these stars, the Big Dipper, in the sky.
Lesson 6. Akio goes to school in San Francisco.
マイクの学校に日本人の 小川昭夫くんが新入生として入ってきました。早速教室でみんなの前で自己紹介をします。また昼休みの時、ポールやスーザンたちと学校のことやスポーツのことなどを話します。どんな話か楽しみですね。それでは始めましょう。
Part 1 New words.
Show. Labor. Most. Introduce. Introduced. Tell. Later. Also.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
Please show me those pictures.
All right. Listen.
It's the first Tuesday in September. Yesterday was Labor Day. Most schools in America start today. Akio Ogawa is a new student at Mike's school. Miss March, his homeroom teacher, introduced him to the class this morning. Then she said to Akio, "Akio, can you tell us something about you and your family?" "All right," he said, "and later I can also show you some pictures of Japan."
Part 2 New words.
Everyone. Important. Just. Bank. Stay. Few. Be. A few. Have to. Has to.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
I have to wash the car now. Mike has to wash the car now.
Listen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Akio Ogawa. I'm from Tokyo. Tokyo is the capital of Japan, and it's a very important city. I came here with my family just a month ago. My father is working for a Japanese bank in San Francisco. I'm going to stay in your country for a few years. I have to study very hard and learn a lot about America. I want to be your friend. Thank you.
Part 3 New words.
Cafeteria. Friendly. Informal. Susan. Popular. Among.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
You have to wash the car now. Do you have to wash the car now?
No, I don't have to wash the car now. Listen.
Akio is talking with his new friends in the cafeteria.
How do you like our school, Akio?
I like it very much. Americans are very friendly. Classes are informal and interesting.
What sports are popular among Japanese students?
Baseball and volleyball and tennis.
Do you have to study hard in Japan?
Yes, we do. We have to study very hard to get into senior high school.
Lesson 7. Akio writes to his friend in Japan.
秋代が日本にいる友達の太郎に手紙を書きます。秋代は初めてアメリカの学校に行った日、大変疲れたと言っています。一日中英語を使わなければならないし、学校の規則も日本といろいろと違いますからね。でも昼休みは楽しかったと言っています。食事をしながらどんな話題に花が咲くのでしょうか。それでは始めましょう。
Part 1. New words.
More. Exciting. Use. Tired. Period. Gave. Page. Pages. All day.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
This picture is beautiful. This picture is more beautiful than that picture. This picture is the most beautiful of all.
Listen.
September 4th, 1984. Dear Taro, today was my first day at school here. It was an exciting day. I had to use English all day. I'm very tired. I had 6 classes today. I had American history in the second period. It was more interesting than the other classes, but it was the most difficult. The teacher gave us a lot of homework. I have to read 30 pages by next week.
Part 2. New words.
Wear. Uniform. Uniforms. Strict. Rule. Rules. If. Report. Office. Okay. Be late for.
Listen.
American schools are more informal than Japanese schools. The students usually don't wear school uniforms. Their teachers usually call them by their first names. There are some strict rules. If you're late for school, you have to report to the school office. When the people in the office say, okay, you can go to your class.
Part 3. New words.
Food. Bring. Enjoy. Thing. Things. Example. Movie. Movies. Will. Life. For example.
Listen.
We eat lunch in the cafeteria. There are many kinds of food. Some students bring their lunches from home. We enjoy lunchtime. We talk about a lot of things. Boys often talk about their girlfriends. Usually, boys ask girls for a date. They say, for example, "Let's go to the movies this Saturday, Susan." I'll tell you more about my school life in my next letter. Goodbye for now. Your friend, Akio.
Kathy's birthday party. New words.
Party. Present. Open. Opens. Oh. Fan. Color. Colors. Glad. Wish.
Listen.
Akio goes to Kathy's birthday party.
Happy birthday, Kathy.
Thank you. Please come in.
This is a present for you.
Thank you very much.
Kathy opens the present.
Oh, it's beautiful. I always wanted to have a Japanese fan like this. I like the colors.
I'm glad you like it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. Happy birthday to you. Make a wish, Kathy. Happy birthday, Kathy.
これで A 面を終わります。
Lesson 8. Australia.
オーストラリアというと世界で一番小さい大陸だそうですが、日本の何倍ぐらいの大きさでしょうか。日本から毎年大勢の人がオーストラリアに行きますが、いつ頃どのあたりへ行くのでしょうか。またオーストラリアでは日本語を勉強する人が多いそうですが、どんな様子でしょうか。いろいろとオーストラリアについて詳しく知ることは楽しいですね。それでは単語から始めましょう。
Part 1. New words.
Australia. Small. Smallest. Continent. World. Large. Desert. Eastern. Coast. Export.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
I want to show you some pictures. I have some pictures to show you.
Listen.
Australia is the smallest continent in the world, but it's about 20 times as large as Japan. Much of the country is desert, and many of the people live on the eastern coast. Australia is one of the most important countries for Japan. It has a lot of things to export to Japan. Japan also has a lot of things to export to Australia.
Part 2. New words.
Hour. Hours. Plane. Sydney. Opposite. Across. Western. Train. More and more.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
Ken was playing baseball. Ken enjoyed playing baseball.
Listen.
Today, it takes only about 9 hours by plane from Tokyo to Sydney, and more Japanese are visiting Australia. Many of them go there in December or January. It's summer then in Australia. The seasons are opposite those of Japan. Many people enjoy swimming at the beautiful beaches. Some people enjoy seeing the city of Sydney. Some young people drive across the desert. Some others visit small towns on the western coast by train.
Part 3. New words.
Language. Australian. Australians. Accent. Hospital. Die. Sound. Sounds. Interested. Aisle. Sound like. Be interested in.
Listen.
The language of Australia is English, but most Australians speak it with an Australian accent. For example, they say, "I'll go to the hospital to die." Their today sounds like to die. Many Australians are interested in Japan. Some students start studying Japanese in high school. They want to learn more about Japan and its people.
Lesson 9. Why are there no fish?
アメリカの東北部の山の中には何百という湖があります。その湖にこのところ魚がいなくなりました。原因は酸性の雨であることがわかりました。このレッスンではグリーン先生が生徒たちと酸性の雨のことについて話し合っています。それでは始めましょう。
Part 1. New words.
Fish. Problem. Lake. Calm. Adirondack. Mountain. Mountains. Catch. Go fishing. Red. Read.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
She's happy. She looks happy.
Listen.
Today I'm going to tell you about an important problem. I read about it in this magazine. Look at this picture.
It's a beautiful place. The lake looks very calm. Where is it?
It's in the Adirondack Mountains in New York.
I know the place. My uncle went fishing there last summer.
Did he catch many fish?
No, not many.
Part 2. New words.
Because. Acid. Rain. Kill. Killed. Gas. Gases. Factory. Factories. Wind. Carry. carries, what's, that's, you see, look for.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
Why did you stay home yesterday?
Because I was sick. Listen.
You see, there are a lot of lakes in the Adirondacks, but there are no fish in some of them today, and birds don't come to look for fish.
Why are there no fish, Mr. Green?
Because acid rain killed them.
What's acid rain?
Well, gases from factories and cars go up into the sky and stay up there. Then the wind carries them away. Later, they come down with the rain in other places. That's acid rain.
Part 3. New words.
Even, egg, eggs, terrible, pollution, the United States, Canada, Sweden, 200.
Listen.
Will you tell us more about acid rain, Mr. Green?
Well, even a little acid can kill fish eggs and young fish. Today there are no fish in about 200 lakes in the Adirondacks.
That's terrible. Acid rain is a big pollution problem.
Is there acid rain only in the United States?
No. Canada and Sweden have the same problem.
Part 4. New words.
Stop, question, solve, writer, story, here, thousand, jump, silent, 2,000.
Listen.
How can we stop acid rain, Mr. Green?
That's a good question, but it's a difficult problem to solve. The writer of this story says, "When I stand and look at these lakes, what will I see and hear in the year 2000? Will fish jump again? Will birds sing their happy songs? Or will it be a silent spring?"
Lesson 10. Tom has to work on Saturday.
このレッスンはトム・ソーヤーの冒険の一部を劇の形に直したものです。トムは台所でこっそりジャムを食べていたところをポリーおばさんに見つかって罰を受けることになります。土曜日は休みだというのに塀のペンキ塗りをしなければならなくなりました。ところがトムはちょっと頭を使って楽々と仕事を仕上げてしまいます。それでは早速始めましょう。
Part 1. New words.
Tom, jam, Polly, dish, dishes, face, nose, mouth, bad, must, go swimming,
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
It's a very big cake. What a big cake. What a big cake it is.
Listen.
Tom is eating jam in the kitchen. Aunt Polly comes in.
What are you doing here, Tom? Oh, I'm just going to wash the dishes. Wash your face first. Look at your nose and mouth. I can't look at my mouth. Look at your hands, then. Aunt Polly, I was very hungry because you went swimming. You weren't in school today. What a bad boy. You must work tomorrow. Oh, on Saturday.
Part 2. New words.
Warm. Paint. Painting. Fence. Yard. Ben. Ha. Shall. Fun. Try.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
What a big cake. What a big cake it is. How big. How big it is.
Listen.
It's a warm Saturday morning. Tom is painting the fence around the yard. Ben is watching him.
Ha ha, today is Saturday, but you have to work, Tom. Shall I help you?
No, thank you. This isn't work. It's fun, and it's very difficult. You can't do it.
Yes, I can. It's easy.
Oh, no, you can't.
But I want to try. Please? I'll give you my apple. Look.
How big it is. All right. You can paint just a little.
Part 3. New words.
Tree. John. Bob. Come along. Bill. Knives. Knife. Quiet. Wait.
Listen.
Tom sits under a tree and begins to eat the apple. Some other boys come along. Everyone wants to paint.
All right, everyone, but you have to give me something. What will you give me?
I'll give you these oranges.
How about my cat?
I can give you 2 old knives.
Can I paint now?
Be quiet, all of you. Each of you can paint a little. Stop painting, Ben. John, you can paint now. Bob and Bill, you must wait.
Part 4. New words.
Almost. Job. You'd. May. River. Enough. You're. Come up to.
Listen.
After a few hours, almost every boy in the town has paint on him.
All right. All of you did a good job. Aunt Polly will be here soon, so you'd better go now. Don't stay around here.
All the boys go away. Tom begins to paint again.
Aunt Polly comes up to him.
What a good boy you are, Tom. You're almost through, and you did a good job.
May I go to the river, Aunt Polly?
Yes, you may. You worked enough today. You may go swimming or fishing.
Review Reading 1 Christmas Presents
レビューリーディングというのは復習の読み物です。読み物ですから中身を味わうことが一番大切です。さて、この物語の主人公は貧しいけれども幸せな若夫婦です。二人はクリスマスの前の日に互いに相手にプレゼントをあげようと考えて知恵を絞ります。ところが二人が別々に買ったものは何だったのでしょうか。さあ、それでは始めましょう。
Part 1 New Words
Christmas. Couple. Eve. Back. Buy. Chain. Clerk. Go to town.
Listen.
John and Susan were a young couple. They were poor, but they were happy because they loved each other very much. On the morning of Christmas Eve, when John was leaving for work, Susan said to him, "Can you come home early this evening?" "All right," said John. "I'll be back by 6 o'clock." After lunch, Susan went to town. She went into a watch shop. "I want to buy a watch chain," she said to the clerk.
Part 2 New Words
Way. Money. Comb. Hair. Thought. Street. Streets. Shopping. Sell. On his way home from.
Listen.
On his way home from work, John wanted to buy a Christmas present for Susan, but he did not have enough money. "I want to buy a comb for Susan. She has beautiful long hair," he thought. "How can I get the money?" He thought and thought. There were a lot of people on the streets. Many of them were doing Christmas shopping. John went into a watch shop. "May I help you?" said the clerk. "I want to sell this watch," John said to the clerk.
Part 3 New Words
Clothes. Eye. Eyes. Gold. Sorry.
Listen.
When John came home, Susan said to him, "I have a present for you. Shall I give it to you now?" "Yes, please," said John. "I'll give you mine, too." "Will you close your eyes, John?" said Susan. "All right," he said. When he opened his eyes, he saw a gold chain on the table. "That's my present for you, John," said Susan. "You didn't have a chain for your watch." "Oh, Susan," said John, "I'm very happy. And I'm very sorry, too." "Why? Tell me, John."
Part 4 New Words
Sold. took, box, pocket, such.
Listen.
I sold my watch, said John. Why? To buy this present for you. He took a box out of his pocket. Here you are. Susan opened the box quickly. There was a beautiful comb in it. You have such beautiful hair. You needed a new comb. I sold my hair to buy the chain for you, said Susan. They looked at each other for some time. Then they smiled.
Lesson 11. Miss LeMay talks about Canada.
マイクたちのフランス語の先生はルメイ先生と言います。ルメイ先生はカナダの出身です。このレッスンではルメイ先生が秋夫の質問に答える形でカナダのことについていろいろと話します。カナダってどんな国だと思いますか？さあ、それでは始めましょう。
Part 1. New words.
Spoken, teach, teaches, Montreal, both, slide, slides.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
All of the students like Miss LeMay. Miss LeMay is liked by all of the students. English is spoken in Australia.
Listen.
Miss LeMay teaches French at Mike's school. She's from Montreal, Canada. In Canada, both English and French are spoken, and she speaks both languages. Miss LeMay is liked by all of the students because her class is interesting. She often uses slides and tapes in her class.
Part 2. New words.
Part, island, Saint, Lawrence, built, build, transportation.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
French is spoken in that country. Is French spoken in that country?
Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Listen.
Is French spoken in Canada?
Yes, it is, but English is used by many people.
What part of Canada are you from?
I'm from Montreal. It's the largest city in Canada. It's on an island in the St. Lawrence River. Why are many cities built near rivers or lakes? Do you know?
Because rivers and lakes are often used for transportation.
Part 3. New words.
Forest, forests, cut, lumber, wheat, grown, grow, central, export.
Listen.
You have big forests in Canada.
Yes, forests are very important for Canada. Every year, a lot of trees are cut down and sold to other countries.
Japan buys lumber from Canada. We also buy a lot of wheat from your country.
Wheat is grown in central Canada. It's one of Canada's most important exports.
In the library. New words.
Brown. Lend. Keep. Either. Return. I'd. I would. At a time.
Listen.
May I help you, Akio?
Yes, Mrs. Brown. I'm going to write a report about Lincoln. I'd like to read some books about him.
All right. I'll show you some.
May I take these 3 home?
No, we can lend you only 2 books at a time.
All right. I'll read this one here. How long can I keep the other 2?
For a week. When are you going to write your report?
Either on Saturday or on Sunday. I'll return the books next Monday.
Lesson 12. Did you know?
レ・ミゼラブルという有名な小説を書いたのはフランスのビクトール・ユーゴーという人です。この人は長い長い文章を書いたかと思うと、また一方では世界で一番短い手紙も書いています。長い文章ってどれほど長いのでしょうか。また短い手紙ってどれほど短いのでしょうか。それでは始めましょう。
Part 1. New words.
Novel. Novels. Les Miserables. Written. Victor Hugo. Translate. Translated. Maybe. Wrote. Sentence. All over the world. More than.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
This tape recorder is used every day. This tape recorder was used yesterday.
Listen.
One of the most popular French novels is Les Miserables. It was written by Victor Hugo in 1862. The novel was translated into many languages and read by people all over the world. Maybe you know the story. In this novel, Hugo wrote a very, very long sentence. The sentence has more than 800 words and is about 3 pages long.
Part 2. New words.
Mark. Short. Shortest. Kid. Kidding. Publisher. Publish. Published. Sale. Sales. Answer. No kidding. Find out.
Target sentences. Listen and repeat.
This tape recorder was used yesterday. Was this tape recorder used yesterday?
Yes, it was. No, it wasn't. Listen.
Mike, look at this.
Why, it's just a question mark.
No, it's the shortest letter in the world.
No kidding. Was it written by one of your friends?
No, Victor Hugo wrote it to his publisher soon after Les Miserables was published.
What did he mean by that?
He wanted to find out about the sales of his book.
What was the publisher's answer?
Just this.
Review Reading 2. International Understanding.
外国の人と互いに理解し合うというのはなかなか難しいことです。なぜ難しいのでしょうか。言葉が通じないからだという人もいますが、それだけでしょうか。ここでは、丈一という友達がアメリカの学校生活で体験した話を紹介しながら、国際理解にとって何が大切かを説明しています。自分の意見をまとめてみんなの前で説明するスピーチの例です。それでは始めましょ
う。New words.
International. Understanding. Mind. Understand. Reason. Come to mind. A friend of mine.
Listen. International understanding is very important, but it is difficult. Why is it difficult? Language first comes to mind. People often say, I can't understand Americans because I don't know English. But is language the only reason? A few years ago, a friend of mine went to New York with his parents. He was 9 years old then, and went to school there. Everyone around him spoke English, and he could not understand it at all.
New words.
Probably. Hope. Nickname. Joe. Told. Anything. Yule. Beginning.
Listen.
Probably his teacher said to him, You'll learn to speak English soon. I hope you'll be happy in my class. He did not understand her words, but he liked his teacher and his new school. His new friends were kind to him, too. He got the nickname Joe because his name was Joichi. He was liked by everyone. When Joichi came back to Japan, he told me a lot about his life in the United States. At first, he could not speak English at all. He did not know anything about American ways of life, but he enjoyed living among his new friends from the beginning. Why? Because everyone around him was very kind to him. He also tried to be kind to others.
New words.
Course. Everything. Become. Custom. Customs. Different. Another. Of course. even if. One another.
Listen.
Of course, we must study foreign languages much harder to learn more about foreign countries. But language is not everything. Joichi's story is a good example. We must try to be kind to other people and try to understand them better. All people can become friends, even if their languages and customs are different. Let's try to understand one another and become good friends.
Let's sing Edelweiss.
Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me, blossoms of snow may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Blossoms of snow may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever.
Let's sing Oh, What a Beautiful Morning.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the cattle are standing like statues. All the cattle are standing like statues. They don't turn their heads as they see me ride by, but a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy it don't miss a tree. And an old weeping willow is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day.
これで B 面を終わります。